Good morning. It's Paul Nicholls here again from Pausabni Traders, back out here in the beaver line for my third check. I've come across 5 traps already this morning, my 330s, and 3 of them were set off, but nothing in any of them. So I've decided that I would put out a muskrat float. Now this float is kind of a mixed match of designs that I've got from various different trappers out there on YouTube and on the net. You'll see I use, they're actually 120s, but they're older and they're not quite as strong, so I do set both springs, I mean, and put a carrot in. It doesn't quite sink, but it will. I just put it in, it's first time in, and with the carrot, it'll draw them in. Now, I'm just going to pull up here a little bit closer so you can see what I've done, because I have not used the trigger style that's on it. I put a pan on them, and what the pan will do is gives them a little bit more freedom or enticement to come in. There's nothing really in their face, and cut that motor off there. There you go, you can see that. And it still gets the job done. They're still deep enough that they can drown if I have a wrong catch on them, but it's not needed. I've used these traps before and they work quite well. So the cage over the top, that's just basically to help keep them from going over the top and over the sides, and help keep the ducks from getting into them. So we will turn you back on in a bit. We're going to head upstream, and sorry, downstream this time, and see what we can come up with. We do have a few of those rat dens here that I was speaking about, and also there was some fresh rat scat. Just coming by one of my crossover sets here too, as we're coming down. Okay, so here we are. I've set the second float of the day, and it's down the river a fair piece from the other one, which I hope is good. I don't want to, if the rats are plentiful, I'll take lots out, but if they're not, I don't want to take too many out. So we'll keep them spaced, but as you can see, lots of holes in here. Right over there, looks like they've been going up and down a little bit, up and down the bank, and just over there, there was a bit of scat. So you can tell by the, see if I can zoom in here a little bit. Looking into the holes, you can see they're a little clouded in some of the holes. That tells me that those dens are being used. So we'll shut off the camera, and we'll get back to you a little further on. Okay, so now we're coming up to another spot, and at this this lodge here, yesterday, I told you, or the day before, I told you that I had a set-off trap. I reset it, and today I got them. This is just a kit. There's bigger ones here, so I will reset this again, and hopefully come back in the next check and get another one. So you'll probably remember this spot from my last video, where I had the live catch beaver by the tail. There's the hole that I set a 330 in, and as I zoom in on it, you'll see the beavers had some fun with me. Put sticks all through my trap and tried to bury it. So I'll go dig that one out, and as I come over here to the push where they were pushing up, you'll see they did the same thing. Put a few sticks in it, get the trap set off so they can go about and do their business, because if you follow that up, you'll see that they are still using it, and there's lots of fresh mud up on top there where they're starting to plug that hole from the top. As you can see, it's a great day to be out in the wilderness. It's a beautiful day. It's about 12 degrees right now. It's a little warmer than I'd like, but I'm going to take it for the middle of October. Here I am at another lodge, one that I'd set up, and you can see there's some fresh feed bed action going on. You can also see they've really been packing it down at the top, or something has been pulling dirt down. It's pretty chewed up there. There's a couple of trails up this way going up into the bush. And you thought I was going to show you a beaver, didn't you? This is my 7th trap today that's been set off. Rather disappointing. As you can see, from the claw marks in behind it and off to the side, they've set it off and been going around it. Sneaky little buggers. And it looks like they've started to use one off to the side that they weren't using the other day. So I'm going to go up to the top here and do a bit of scouting. Think about how to reset this. As you can see, it's fairly thick up here above that beaver lodge. Not a whole lot going on. The trails just go into the shrubs and they're all overgrown. But looking down at the lodge and being up here, I can see what they were doing. Instead of bringing mud from the top, or from the bottom, and sliding it up and pushing on the top, they've been digging up the dirt from the top and pulling it down onto their lodge. Okay, so still at this lodge that they've pulled all the dirt down from the top, and what I've decided to do is to freshen this up to make it look like a bit of a castor mound, put some scent behind it, reset and freshen up my trap, but also the other side where they've been going up, I made it look like it was getting used a lot more. And I put a trap just up the trail there, as you can see, hidden. So either a new one comes out and says, oh, what's this? And they go in after the scent, after the lure, and meet their end, or it's the same old smart guy or girl, they come back out and say, ah, I know what he's pulling off there, but I'm going to go up this side. So hopefully I can get something here next time around. Catch you down the river. Okay, so still out here in the river, and this spot's got a small creek coming into the river. No real sign on it whatsoever. Lots of action up and down the creek and the river itself, but to me it just said set me. It just screamed set me. So I'm hoping that this kind of little convergence here and this little island here are going to have some muskrats coming by. So what I've got here is a couple variations of my version of carrot on a stick. So I'll just back up here a little bit. So this is just a 1x1 stuck in the ground. I've got my trap anchored to the top. It's an older Duke 120, and you got a carrot on some short trigger there, and it's anchored to both sides. The trap goes, the stick goes through both ends of the trap. I've shoved the stick down in, approximately, the stick is down in there approximately 1.5 to 2 feet. It's solid in the clay, it's hard clay here. And I've put the carrot and the trigger closer to the top. Not in the middle, but closer to the top so I can get most of the trap under the water. So we'll see how that works. Okay, now the next set I had originally made up for ice rats through the ice. I'll just get the boat out of the road here in a second. Don't set off my trap. And that's why it's got a T on it. So I could set it across the top of the ice, and the rest of it can hang down through. You'll see with this one, I have the chain down through the bottom, so the only thing sticking out through the top is the one spring of the trap. And again, carrots closer to the top. And if you can see there, I have a small stick onto the side of that slat, and that's what's holding the trap. So we will carry on up the river. We're almost done for the day, and we'll see how it goes. It's been an okay day so far. It was disappointing at the start, and so far just three small beaver. Okay, on down the river. Okay, here they are. So one real small one, and the other ones are probably a year old, and then maybe a 3-year-old, a female, small tail on it, but a big beaver. And picked up a grouse. We call them bush chicken up here on the way in, and you'll see it was a nice shot. It's missing something. I did want to point out as we go across, these beavers are really nice, and then we get to this one here. This one here is nice and pretty much black. Not completely black, but pretty much. You can see it compared to these other ones. So, be interesting. Now, I'm going to get back. Got some skinning to do. We'll be back out on the line there for check number 4 soon. Alright, so just before I go here, I just wanted to give a shout out to Trapper Joe, who alerted me to the fact that I can get rid of the black sides on my videos by holding my phone, my camera, at a 90-degree angle. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it. Hopefully this one here doesn't have black sides on it. And also to all those who've viewed my videos so far, the 2 that I've put up and subscribed, thank you. Thank you very much. It means a lot. And your posts, your comments also mean a lot. We all learn from them. Everybody learns from watching and listening, and it's great. Even experienced guys still pick up a few tips here and there. I'll give a shout out to some of the other guys that follow my my subscription, follow my channel, and that I've been following their channels later on, maybe in the next video. Alright, we'll catch you on the home stretch. Until then, be safe, be happy, trap, hunt, and fish.